technology nerd who likes to film stuff, and I am standing right here with the Xperia Z2. This is also known as the Sirius. So yeah, actually the Sirius actually is the Z2. And every time someone pulls out one of these MHL adapters, the alarm goes off. So spec-wise, what's on the Z2 is actually pretty close to what I had predicted in my rumors video. Except the thing here is that this is the Snapdragon 801 processor. So it's a little bit higher frequency than we had on the Snapdragon 800. We've still got the Adreno 330 GPU. And what's really nice is we finally have stereo speakers on this device. So you can see right down there is a speaker, and also we have a speaker at the top. This makes me very excited. Now the other thing that's making me very excited is that they don't have those plastic sheets on the glass anymore. So this really is just feeling the glass. There is no plastic sheet. It's not going to be on there causing trouble, scratching anymore. I do wonder what's going to happen in terms of durability. So we'll have to see for that. But again, no more scratch-resistant sheet. Now this is a 1080p display, 5.2 inches. It's IPS. What's really nice is that the viewing angles are actually pretty excellent here. This is the best display that I have seen so far, hands down, from Sony. You can see that we're not having terrible color shifting from certain angles. So really this is a very nice display. It looks very sharp. Now, I know what I'm looking at right now is very difficult to see, but what I'm looking at is actually a gradient that goes from 21 all the way down to 0. It's just letting me look at what's going on with the calibration in terms of shadows, details and shadows. Now, what I'm noticing here is that there's a couple of different variations with the displays. I know that these are supposed to be prototypes, but it seems that some of them aren't calibrated exactly the same. On this one here, I can only see down until 3. Where on another one in a different section, I was able to see all the way down to 1, so I found that to be interesting. But overall, it seems that they aren't compressing shadows as badly, and that is something that's very nice. Now, another thing that I am noticing is that the dynamic contrast isn't as bad on this display as it was on the Z1 Compact. That was actually pretty extreme on the Z1 Compact. On the Z1 Compact, as soon as you saw something that was lighter, Granny Smith would completely wash out. Where on here, it's really not so bad, so I'm quite impressed with what they're doing finally with the display. The dynamic contrast is not so much in the way as it was before. So just looking at the display, I'm just like, wow, this is very, very, very nice here. Indeed, much, much better than what I've seen before. So on the front here, we have a proximity sensor. We've also got a 2.2 megapixel front-facing camera. On the back side, we've got a 20.7 megapixel camera shooting at 4K, finally 4K video. That's going to be very interesting to check out. They say that they're going to be sending me a review unit, so I hope to get that soon and really have a chance to play around with that. Now we've got a couple of new features inside of the camera. I was showing you the 4K, so yes, you do have 4K video. They did improve the AR effect a little bit. Let's go ahead and get that fired up. It's kind of cute now because you can use the AR effects in video, so let's go ahead and hit the record button. And you can see that dinosaur there. He makes roaring sounds. It's all very dramatic, but yeah, you can see it's definitely recording. Very kind of cheesy, but still cute, fun to play with. Although unfortunately, I'm not seeing them add any new AR effects. It's all still the same stuff. They really haven't updated it, so I'm hoping they can add more. That would make it at least more worth my time. We've also got a new background defocus effect. Kind of gives you a nice bokeh, blurs things in the background. So just say here we have a bunch of earbuds. And focusing on this Apple earbud here, blurs the background nicely. So I'll have to test this out when I get my hands on one of these. So now I am looking at a little bit further into the camera modes. I can see that there is also Superior Auto and Manual. Underneath Superior Auto, it seems that you still can't choose the resolution. You can't choose the megapixels. But under Manual mode, they do have a new setting here. Under Resolution, you have 20.7 megapixels, and then you have 15.5 megapixels. But I'm noticing that it's only 16:9 aspect ratio, so that's a little bit weird. So underneath the 4K video setting, the thing that's really nice is that even though it doesn't seem that there's optical image stabilization, you do have a steady shot mode. So you can stabilize. It is software stabilized in video. That's one thing on the Galaxy Note 3 is that it doesn't have software stabilization. The processor is just not powerful enough to do so. But here we do have steady shot inside of 4K video, so maybe 4K will be more or less useful. Now the thing is, when you put on steady shot, it does crop the image just a little bit, so keep that in mind. So you can see that we are without steady shot and with steady shot. So you can see the change there. So like the Z1 Compact, underneath display settings, you do see X Reality for mobile, which just increases contrast a little bit, increases saturation. And we've got a glove mode, brightness mode. And also on here, you can adjust the white balance. I'm going to have to get some measurements of the display to see where it's at. Because on the Z1 Compact, the display just happened to be very blue, that the white balance setting actually was very helpful. Now this phone does come in a couple of different colors. We have a black, we have a white, and we have a purplish color. One of the things that I am noticing is that what we have along the bottom is a plastic, kind of a machined looking plastic. It's very smooth and matte finish, but you can see on the edges here, it's kind of like a chamfered edge. On the white version, I saw that it picked up dye from pants. I hope that's something that's not on the final version, but it's pretty upsetting to see that these chamfered corners that they have on here can actually pick up color and dye from your pockets. So I'm really hoping that that's something that doesn't make it into the final production models. They told me that these are not final production models, but for some reason I'm not all that convinced. So for me, I would rather go with a darker version, like the purple version or the black version, so I don't pick up any of that pocket dye. So really hang tight on that one. We'll see what happens. So I hope to get one of these devices soon. I would like to really do an unboxing and advanced overview, and then finally a full review. This is a very promising device. It's probably my favorite device from Sony so far. It's really exciting stuff here. So this has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to build stuff, and I shall go and check out other stuff now.